Okay, this is part 5 of that PNS lecture. Eyelid is called the palpebra, and has 4 layers. The outermost layer is the skin, and there's muscle, there's a connective tissue layer, and then the conjunctiva. Orbicularis oculi is the muscle that closes the eyelid. Levator palpebrae superioris opens the eyelid. Tarsal glands secrete oil onto the eyelashes. And the conjunctiva is where you get conjunctivitis. And it's a mucous membrane, lines the eyelid and covers parts of the eyeball. And when they get a little bacterial infection in there, it's hard to get that out. So quite often you get things like pink eye because the eye is irritated. Lacrimal apparatus is composed of the lacrimal gland, which is superior and lateral to the eyes, and this is where tears are secreted. And we produce tears all day long, but they just wash over the eye from superior lateral to inferior medial. The canaliculi collect the tears, and there's these small, and that's where this little pink thing is down here in the corner of your eye that sometimes is really itchy. The lacrimal sac collects the tears from the canaliculi, and the nasolacrimal duct collects it from the sacs and empties it into the nasal cavity. And so quite often people wonder or ask in class, oh, is this why when we cry my nose runs? Yes, this is exactly it. That's why there's very few, non-ugly criers. Everyone's an ugly crier because you got snot running down your face every time you cry. So don't be a baby, stop crying. All right, the extrinsic eye muscles, superior rectus rotates the eye up and medially, inferior rectus down immediately. And this is just kind of a review from AMP1. Medial rectus just rotates the eye medially. Lateral rectus rotates the eye laterally. Superior oblique rotates eyes down and laterally, and inferior oblique up and laterally. This one is a good one for rolling your eyes. Structure of the eye. Eye is generally hollow, but hollow, it does have fluid or gel-like fluid in there. Sometimes in the face-to-face class, people will make the joke that, oh, it's good on toast. That's why I miss face-to-face class sometimes. It's spherical, has 3 layers: outer fibrous tunic, middle vascular tunic, and inner nervous tunic. Outer tunic is the cornea, or I should say has the cornea. It's the most anterior portion. It's transparent, and it allows light to come through and bends it slightly. Sclera is the posterior portion of that, and the sclera is opaque. This is the white of the eyes. Middle tunic has the iris. Here is the iris. It's pigmented and it controls the light intensity as in it absorbs some of the light so you don't get all the light in your eye. Ciliary bodies, the anterior portion, pigmented, holds the lens. It also moves that lens so we can focus. And the choroid coat provides the blood supply, and the pigments in the choroid coat, it's right here, absorb that extra light also. So the anterior of the eye, it's filled with this aqueous humor in here. And that aqueous humor helps to maintain that shape there. The lens is biconvex. Biconvex means it has 2 convex surfaces. So the lens has this surface and then the other convex person. That's horrible, horrible biconvex, but this thing's not easy to draw on. So this, and then that's a little bit better. It's behind the iris. It's elastic, and it's held in place with that ciliary body, but it's more that those suspensory ligaments. So these are the suspensory ligaments. They're not labeled here, but there they are. Okay. Oh wait, no, they're right here too. There they are labeled. Now, accommodation is when we change, this is focusing. So we change the shape of the lens to view objects that are further away or closer to us. Iris, connective tissue, and smooth muscle. The pupil is the hole in the iris. When we have low light, our eye wants to take in more light because that's how it's seeing things. So this pupil will get bigger. In bright light, the pupil will get smaller. Inner tunic has the retina, or is the retina, I should say, has those visual receptors. The inner tunic combines with the optic nerve in the posterior part of the eye. Macula lutea is a yellow spot in the retina. Fovea centralis is the place where we have the most cones. We'll talk about that in a second. Optic disc is a blind spot. The optic disc is the blind spot that's created where, and there's two of them, one in each eye, where the optic nerve is in the retina. Vitreous humor is the gel that holds that shape of that and holds the retina against the choroid coat. All right, rods and cones. The rods are, oops, sorry. Oh my God. All right, rods and cones. Rods are used to see things in like black and white. Rods use, so black, white. They see in low light. They use a pigment called rhodopsin. Okay, and you've got about 120 million in each eye. Rods are more towards the front and sides, and that's because if you put them towards the front and sides, when you have a limited amount of light, you can get all that light in there, and then the rods are slow to adjust. Cones see color, specifically red, blue, and green. They use these different pigments, but basically see in red, blue, and green. And then our brain helps us to get all the other 16 million colors that we can see. Cones are more towards the back of the eye, and there's about 6 million per eye. Okay. And they're faster to adjust. So, when you're out in, let's say it's like a winter day and you've been inside all day with the lights off, and you go outside and it's really bright and snow, the snow and the sun's in the snow, and you get that snow blindness, or just from any dark room to a light room. I just wanted to use that example. You see how much it takes for those rods to adjust because they can't adjust as quickly. And so they're still pulling in light, and that's what's causing that snow blindness. The cones also, you can see how they are, the cones are not, the cones need more light to work, because if you're in a dark room and you're trying to see, like, do this tonight, like, turn off the light and then look around your room and try to see different colors in your room. You know, if you live with someone, you know, you might freak them out, so just think about that. But the cones need that light to work to see color. All right, that's it for PNS.